Palmer here, Cooking for Wellness with Cindy Knowles of the Extension office, and we are here this morning making a breakfast wrap. It is quick, easy, healthy, and delicious.
Perfect.
I want to share a little story. I got a note when my kids were little. Shout out to Margaret, more affectionately known as Turkey. On the note was a little recipe card, and it said, "I know you're busy with your kids. I hope you enjoy this. It is quick, easy, healthy, and delicious." And I said, "Oh, perfect." So it is literally a whole wheat wrap. And I've got a couple, Sydney, and I just pick up, I'm always looking for 100% whole wheat. And really, let's look at the care label, the food label, to see what really swayed me. They look pretty similar. What you got over there?
This one's got, are you looking at sodium?
Yep.
We've got about 6% of sodium in these, I cannot say this, Tufayan Bakeries one?
Yeah. Or really what I'm looking at is this sodium is more than twice the percent. It's 310 milligrams versus 135 milligrams. Yeah. All pretty similar. So I'm looking for something that's going to tip the scale for me. Yeah. And I know you are too. So this is what we went with. But again, I'm going to use these until I finish with them also. It doesn't mean these are bad. It's just how do you decide out of all the hundreds to choose?
And this still isn't super high in sodium. It's about 13% of your daily value. So this is still not a bad choice. But if you are concerned about sodium and you're keeping track of that, this one would probably be a better option for you.
The key is always looking for 100% whole wheat.
Yes.
So then we're going to get a nut butter. Peanut butter, I used to do peanut butter always. Now my butter of choice is almond butter. And again, what's going to tip the scale for me? Well, this Nature's Promise is, there's no sugar added for this one. I also have this in my pantry, and it's about empty, so I eat it as well. But there is what you got in there?
It's got 1 gram of sugar.
Yeah, but it's just got sugar added. So it's got cane sugar added. This one doesn't have any sugar added. So that's kind of my tipping point. Even though there's not so much in that, I'm still buying it.
And the difference here is they're going to add sugar to help it to be creamy and you not to have to stir it. So again, 1 gram of sugar is not that much. This is for 2 tablespoons. So if you want something that you don't have to stir it up, this would still be a really great option for you. Only 1 gram.
Right.
This one,
you can see the mess I make because I have to stir it.
Yeah, it gets a little greasy, but I mean, that's the one I typically buy too.
Yeah, and it's not good or bad or right or wrong. It's just what tips the scale for you in your world and what's more important to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to spread this on our wrap. And again, it's a nice way, even though the serving size is 2 tablespoons, I don't usually get quite 2 tablespoons on there. So it goes a long way. Then I'm going to add a banana. This one is about at its limit for me.
Yeah.
I don't like them with a lot of brown spots. And then I freeze them. I think we've talked about that before. So we're just going to cut this. Again, we are making a wrap. We've got our nut butter on our whole wheat wrap, and then we've got bananas here. Yeah, that's probably.
And your fruit's going to give you that added sweetness. So some people aren't a fan of almond butter because it doesn't really taste sweet. It's got, it's just very, buttery. It's very nutty, buttery. So it's just got a different flavor. I like to pair it with fruit. I think, to me, almond butter has just like a richness to it, and it just has I crave it now.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think it's so good.
Never knew about it 5 years ago.
Yeah, me either. So, but then if you pair it with fruit, it gives it the richness of the almonds, but then the sweetness of the fruit, and it goes together so nicely.
And if you're not a fan of bananas, if your banana is too soft, grab an apple and just slice it, and then slice it again, and put it in the middle of your wrap, just like you would with any other kind of wrap that you're doing. Yeah. So now we're going to add yogurt. So let's talk about the difference in the yogurts. What's going to sway us between these 2 yogurts? I will tell you, number one, I'm always looking for Greek yogurt because it has the protein. I'm always looking for plain, or truth be told, vanilla works best for me because I like a little flavor. And if I get plain, I'm going to add a little bit of honey. Yeah. And I'm adding sugar. It's for me, the lesser of the two sugar evils, but you're still adding a sweetener. And again, add the fruit. That gives you that sweetness. So go ahead, you look at that one. And I've got this one. I also get the Walmart label with the purple original Greek that's very similar to this. That's just as good.
And this one, the Too Good is actually, it's one of my all-time favorites. It only has 2 grams of sugars, but those are natural sugars.
It's stevia that they use in that one. I do
oh
believe.
yeah, it is stevia. But there's technically no added sugar. Stevia is, doesn't have any sugar in it.
And so with this one, there's 7 grams of sugar, includes 3 grams of added sugar. So they've added it here. Again, I've got a refrigerator full of this. However, I really prefer this one because of that fact. Again, I'm looking how we're going to tip the scale. The less sugar and no sugar added does it for me. And lots of good protein in here as well.
Definitely.
So we're going to give it a little stir. And we're just going to dollop little dollops here down the middle. Again, we are making a wrap. Now, you can add granola if you want. Be careful with the granolas. We'll talk about that another day because it has lots of sugar in it. I didn't have any granola today, and so I brought some nuts. It's whatever I have in my cupboard. Almonds, whole cashews, whole almonds. Try to get your nuts without the salt. Once you start cooking with them or eating them, that you won't go back. The other ones are salty. Are the salty ones terrible? No. Again, I'm just looking for the healthier choice.
Yes.
Little trick. I've got whole almonds, whole cashews. I'm going to take my little glass and I'm going to break it up because then it goes farther. Yeah. And I don't have to eat 4 nuts. I've got like 16 nuts when I crush it up.
Yeah.
And so then I'm going to sprinkle this on top. We're just going to use it all.
Perfect.
Now, let's wrap. Trick with wrapping a wrap, you're going to tuck the ends in, and then you're going to fold it over. This is a big guy. And then we're going to fold it, and then we are going to cut it, but I don't know that, let's go ahead and do that before we, I want you to see how delicious this looks once you cut it. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. 5 kids, I'm gonna give them each let's just do that. Honestly, a half, here, I'll let you wrap that one. A half goes such a long way. This has gotten me through many a soccer tournament or some kind of weekend event. I want something quick and easy. You wrap it up, your bread doesn't get squished. You've got a quick, easy, healthy, delicious breakfast or snack. So there you go, quick, easy, healthy, delicious. Enjoy.